Welcome everybody to Tech Talk small group today, but it's nice to see you. Your happy, smiley faces. That's right. That's right. Awesome. So a couple things I want to go through. Today we're talking about CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show down there in the desert. And today we're going to talk about the things that I went through and saw that I thought they're pretty awesome. Really cool technology. And as everybody knows, I love tech. Probably not as much as Catherine, but I love tech. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. So when I see cool things, I kind of, I want to buy it, especially because I like to be an early adopter of things and then let Teresa sample it and make sure that it's okay. So, but before we get there, just want to remind you that this weekend, Brampton is having their Vision Board networking event. So that's happening up there on Saturday afternoon. Monday morning coffee with Catherine Davies. Catherine, what do you have?
How not to forget.
How not to forget.
Some tricks for forgetfulness. Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. Where was I?
Yeah.
Teasing you. Okay.
I hear you.
Your move is on Wednesday. Making your move. That is with Alessandra, Shannon, and Kevin. I'm so looking forward to that. I have a list of questions for you guys that I'm not going to ask you beforehand because I think getting a fresh answer is awesome. Okay, then at noon on Wednesday is the mini mastermind. Then Thursday next week, we're back with Chris, whatever his name is. Sorry, Chris, you're probably watching this right now thinking, Chris, whatever his name is. That's not cool. Anyway, but I will have the tile up on the website shortly. Couple things I want to remind you of is that we do have the credit about credit, which is coming up. Alessandra, do you want to just say a few words about that?
Yeah, so it's very exciting. So we have a lender, one of my lenders joining us to also give us a lender perspective on credit. And basically the presentation is about understanding your report, how it works, how it's scored, and how it impacts not just like when you're buying or refinancing, but even coming up for renewal. Because a lot of people don't want to open up their mortgage right now because the interest rates are high, but it's still important to know that it can impact all these other areas too.
That absolutely, that's great. So you're saying that if I have a credit score of like 530, can I buy a house? Okay.
You can. It's just more expensive.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. No. So guess what? In February, we're going to Loaded Pierogi for our live networking event. Mm-hmm. So I tell you, the buffalo chicken pierogies that I got the last time, I have ever since Catherine said Loaded Pierogies, I have a hankering. So, Loaded Pierogies in February. What's that date, Catherine? Do you know?
Let me just pull up my calendar. I think it was 21.
Yeah, I think it was the
21st.
So we're going to be there on the 21st. Loaded Pierogies. Please mark your calendars. Don't miss it. It's going to be awesome. Catherine, you can't be sick, okay?
Nope. And
sorry, Maggie, you can't be sick. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, sorry. Okay, so that's basically it. Now today, how many people have looked at any of the videos from CES? You have, of course, Catherine.
Some of them, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, okay. So no one's. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. We're going to jump right in to the first, which is called the Lenovo Yoga book. So let me first of all pull that up.
Yep. Oh, yoga book. You're right.
You were made for this.
All righty. So, what do you think? How's that? Anybody turned on my laptop? No.
That's very cool. Actually, What is the size of it?
It is 15 inches.
So it's not like a little 12 problem one. Okay. But still, not bad.
Not
Yeah.
bad. I like the fact that the keyboard comes and everything seems to fit together really nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
And
its own
what about
stand.
price?
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So basically, the next one I'm going to show you here is here we go. There we go. There, Maggie. So it's cheap.
Oh, yeah, like I could have. Well, that's, yeah.
$23.99
Yeah.
plus tax. All right. So $23.99.
Yeah.
You know what?
I love it, but no, I can't afford it right now.
Yeah, but when you kind of look at some of the specs here, it's kind of neat, right? Because you're looking at, it's 14 inch, sorry, touch screen, 2-in-1 laptop. It's got, Intel i7, right? 1260p, 1 terabyte of SSD drive, 1 terabyte. You don't see that much anymore in laptops where you actually get a terabyte. Comes with Windows 11 installed. So it's a serious enough laptop that you can do pretty much anything on, right? And since most people now are storing in the cloud, that 1 terabyte drive is, probably not going to even get used up. So anyway, I thought it was a very, very cool thing. All right. Any other comments on that? Anything? Anybody thinking, man, I think I want to run out and buy myself one of these because I've always wanted to lug a keyboard, a laptop, and a support thing behind it everywhere I went. No?
I have one question. Sorry, maybe I missed it. So is it 14 inches total or is it 14 inches per screen?
Yeah, on the screen, the diagonal on the screen is the 14 inches.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it'd be nice to have a 15 at least, but 14 is okay.
I wonder if you can run those in, I don't know what the word would be, tandem, so that you could get one 14 by 28 if you were watching a movie.
That's cool.
Right?
That Catherine, I'm going to try and find out. That's a great question.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, because then you could put it sideways and it would be your HD, right?
That's right. That's right. You with your earbuds in, watching this thing, it's like
blown away by the
totally. All right. Okay. The next one is from, oh yes, I love this one. All right. So let's go ahead and watch. This is one of my faves.
At Ring, we invent stuff, like the Ring Video Doorbell, Ring Alarm, and so much more. But where do we go from here? Introducing Ring Always Home Cam. Yeah, it's a camera that flies.
What?
We thought, what if we made a camera that can see every angle in your home without having a camera in every room? And make it smart enough so that you can teach it where to go.
Like this?
Yep, just like that.
Cool.
So, with the push of a button, it wakes up and goes here, there, or wherever you choose.
You forgot the orange slices, didn't you?
No way. Frankly, I blame the oranges. Hey!
And the Always Home Cam works seamlessly with Ring Alarm.
Yeah, that's not good.
Actually, it's great, because you can watch live from anywhere.
Well, good for you guys.
And when you're home, Always Home Cam is docked and the camera is hidden, designed with your privacy in mind. Introducing Always Home Cam, only from Ring.
Okay. All right, folks. What are your thoughts on that? Catherine, I saw you go. I saw Catherine's face.
Flippin' amazing.
Yeah. If only it had a hand to close the door. Right?
Could you imagine being that thief and having that thing coming at you?
Yeah. Or you having one of those front doors, right? And someone rings the doorbell, but you're not at home. So you have this thing, this phone show up at the front door. Kind of, I would lose my mind, I think. Isn't that the coolest? I thought it was very, very neat.
You're not excited by electronics there, Alexandra?
So my only thing is I have a Ring at my front door.
Yeah.
And they are very sensitive pieces of technology. So I had to turn off my notifications because every time my neighbor walked their dog, my phone would ping at me and say, there's movement at your front door. You should watch this. There's movement at your front door. I had a squirrel run across the front porch and it was like, there's movement at your front door. You should watch this video. And it's like, oh my gosh. So I don't know how I feel about that having a cat at home, because I feel like if I'm not careful and I don't set it up properly, it'd be like, there's movement in the house. What do you want to do? And it's like, no, it's just a cat. He's fine. He just moved from one end of the couch to the other.
Just don't set it to automatically call the police. That's all.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, like, the sensitivity of them is quite high. So the slightest little thing, and they're just like, hey, are you all right? Do you need something? And it's like, no, it's fine. It's just a squirrel.
It's funny you said that about the cat, because I've got two. And could you imagine my cats? They would be going crazy chasing that friggin' thing all day. I could win money with that video.
Yeah. So it new kind of camera, they say. I mean, it looks very cool. You know what I mean? Doesn't it?
It does.
Kind of neat. So yeah, so this is $250 is what it starts
That's
at.
not bad.
Not bad.
Does it say what the subscription is to, or is that $250 just for the camera? Because I know with my Ring at home, it came with the house, but we have to pay for the video subscription, like in order to like watch the feed and everything.
Yeah.
Right. Brilliant, eh? Wow, it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. What a money maker. Anyway, I remember years ago they said, "Listen, Ivan, you can either get, if you need $1 million, right? If you need $1 million, you can go to Catherine and say, hey, Catherine, I need $1 million, or Alexander, I need $1 billion, right? And then you get your $1 million, or you can get a million people to give you $1, right? Which is, I mean, most people, even the people on the streets know that they can get $1, just by standing there, right? But, can you imagine $1 million? This is brilliant. They're charging $14 or $20 or whatever it is. What do you pay every month for the subscription? $5?
I would actually have to look it up. I don't remember because I pay it annually. So I pay for like the year. And then what that allows you to do is if there's ever a problem, you can like download the video. It gives you access to so many hours previously. So that sort of thing. So if anything were to ever happen, say our neighbors across the street and they don't have any record of something happening, it's like, oh, well, it probably showed up on our camera. Let me download and send you the video.
Brilliant. And you hear that all the time now, right? That the police are saying, they want you to check your video, etc. So now, breaking into people's homes isn't as
not as lucrative these days, I imagine.
Yeah, right. That's the word. Yeah. So, okay.
Is this available, Ivan?
Sorry?
Is this available? Because a lot of times those consumer is coming.
It looks like it's available now.
Okay.
It looks like it's available now, but a lot of things I'm showing you today from CES are not available yet.
Yeah, that's why I wondered.
But I do think that they're pretty sexy, and they're looking to get them out this year.
Because
other things are looking to come out in 2025, and you'll know which one it is when I get to it.
We've been researching because we're getting one, and we decided on Ring, so that's pretty exciting.
They seem to be the most you don't want to put surveillance tech into your home from a company that you don't trust.
Yeah, I know. It was either them or Google, right? It's kind of you really do want to go with somebody that you trust.
Yeah, because my paranoia is that you buy something from somebody because you don't want to spend the money for Ring, right? So you buy something from somebody, and they got a depot down the street, so they know every time that you get up in the morning and you leave.
Yeah.
Right? Every time you leave your house, and you also have bought the same, the punch code for your front door from them, so they know what your punch code is. Then they come into your house.
Well, that's why we actually decided on Ring. I don't know. Do you just have the doorbell, Ali?
So I don't have the doorbell, but we have like a camera there, and I just found,
camera.
Yeah, but I can still talk through the camera, so it kind of works a lot like the doorbell. They just can't see me. But I did find my subscription. So because I just have the one camera, it's $60 for the year.
Brilliant.
But if you have multiple cameras, like if you have one at the front, at the back, at the side, I think it's like $150 for the year.
Well, that's still
amazing. So here's a question for you. Is it worry free? I always think that setting up a Ring camera or a Ring doorbell or whatever it is a pain to configure. I have configuration anxiety.
I did it, so it's pretty simple.
Okay.
Because what it does is you download the app and then you just follow the directions. So it's like you can't just skip a step. So it'll be like, how much do you want your sensitivity? How much do you want this? And it takes you through those steps, and you only have to do it once.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And if you don't get a good company like that, we purchased a home that had Echo B thermostat and lights.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't get it off the other old owners. We couldn't break the bond. So we had an electrician coming in for something else. So they had to take out these lights that were controlled, and the thermostat, I still have to manually remember, okay, did you remember to turn the heat down? Like, it's not programmable by me, because it doesn't matter what I put in, it won't run it because I'm not the right person. So again, that's why we were looking for something that's going to be easy to do, integrate, because I got to replace my thermostat, but I'll get $75 back.
It's funny, how does a company like Ring, become a player, like a significant player in the security market? How do they do that when, what were the other security companies like, ADT or the other ones? What were they thinking to allow an upstart company to come in and start taking market share? Anyway, I'm not looking for an answer. And ADT, please forgive me for saying your name. Okay.
But they've got lots. Like, they've got the thermostat, the cameras in the door. They've got the keypads for your door locks, right?
Right.
I'm sure there's other things that I'm just not aware of yet, but yeah.
And now they've got this flying drone in your house.
I can't wait for that. Oh my God, that's amazing.
I just want to have it so I can invite friends over and they go, what is that? Yeah, that's right.
Just the butler, don't mind him.
All right. So the next one is from Kickstarter. Let me just go ahead and blow this thing up. And here we go.
This is your robot. This is your pet. This is your pet bot. Luna? Luna! Nah, this is your pet bot. This is Luna. She's gonna be your new best friend. When Luna wakes up, she stretches and sneezes. Like a pet. Then she hears the door opening. It's you! Luna is excited and comes running to greet you. Pat her on the head. She loves that. As you walk around, Luna tags along. And no matter where she's at, and she'll come running. Luna is an incredible pet who just happens to be a robot.
Luna.
She's very well trained and listens to both vocal and gesture commands.
Luna. Luna.
And whatever she feels, she'll let you know with her eyes, ears,
oh, come on.
and legs.
How adorable is that? Huh? Okay, come on, Alessandra. Huh?
Okay, I do love it because I know I've seen the one that sits on people's desks a lot. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the same sort of thing. And as someone who grew up in the era of like Poochies and Meowchies, you remember those little pet robots? Like, yeah. I love it. I also think it's nice because, like, how many times do you hear parents say, "Oh, we got a dog," and the kids never take it for a walk, right? Like, you don't have that problem with Luna. Allergic to pet dander, not a problem.
That's right.
Going away for the weekend, not a problem. Nobody has to come and look after Luna.
Okay, Maggie, do you want this little robot following you around all day?
Well, I live in one room, so I don't know here, but it's cute.
It's come on.
Still, there is no substitute for a real dog. I mean, I miss having a pet, to be honest.
You know, I think the same way, Maggie, about the whole there's no substitute for a real dog until I gotta take him outside and it's cold, and then I gotta pick up his poo. I gotta pick up his poo. He doesn't pick up my poo. I have to pick up his poo and then throw it out. So
You know, I had to do it. Like I used to have the most beautiful golden retriever, but she's gone now. So
yeah.
you know, I mean, the cats, you got to deal with kitty litter.
You know what is beautiful about Luna is that they never die. They just run out of battery.
That's true.
Huh?
That's true.
And then you
I like it.
he's back. All
I
right.
think
So,
it's cute. I think it's. I would like to have one, sure, but
I
you know,
like it.
it's good for people in apartments too.
Yeah, that's true.
yep.
My
Right.
issue is that it's great as a toy,
Yes.
but it's not reality. It's
Not
not
practical.
teaching your kids, not everything's perfect when you've had enough. It doesn't always go away.
Mm,
Right?
that's right.
So when you go away, you do have to think of other people than just yourself. There are chores that have to be done around animals, So again, I think as an adult, I would enjoy it more than having it for the kids, because the kids, right?
Yes.
Personally.
Unless you can program it to tell the kids to do their chores.
Well, no, but the kids are like having a dog is a chore, right? Like
That's true.
for a child. I like that. It's not, the walking, the cleaning up, whatever, brushing, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I did find it interesting, but I always think, especially how cute it is, right? Can you imagine a child opening that as a gift for the first time and then turning that thing on? I mean, that would not be like, because even Christmas morning, kids play with toys, and then okay, that was fun, and then move on to the next toy, and then okay, that was fun, and then they go to the chocolates, right? But this they would never get tired of. They'd be like playing with it for like weeks. Anyway, at least
How much is it?
no price yet.
Oh,
It's still
okay.
crowdfunding, yeah.
It's still in crowdfunding, and but I
Okay,
just
so
thought
it's not available right now. Then
it's cool. When it comes out, I'll let you guys know, and if it's affordable enough, like less than $1,000, you know how these things are, Catherine, then we might do an unboxing here. We'll see.
no, I'm
So-
thinking that might be cute for Christmas next year for Logan. So
Totally.
not that he doesn't have pets of his own. I mean, he's got a dog along with 4 horses and a couple goats. So
And then that poor dog is going to get jealous and then bite the head off of Ludo. Anyway, okay, the next one that we have is of course the Ram. Here we go.
Introducing the next truck. Every other truck will start chasing.
Every truck says that.
The Ram Revolution. A concept born from our obsession with creating a truck that's more productive, more intuitive, and more powerful than any truck we've ever built. It's how we've been thinking since 2009, pushing the boundaries and making the most powerful, most advanced trucks for real truck drivers. Everything we do from this point forward will come from this moment, this concept, this redefinition of what a truck can be.
Okay, Catherine, did Bill get his truck too soon? Yeah, it's nice,
Wow,
eh?
Especially it's a Ram to boot.
Yeah.
So that is electric, right? They popped
fully
up.
electric.
There
Yeah,
was nothing
fully
there.
electric. So it's they're going to charge roughly $58,000 for this US. It can
75.
tow 10,000 pounds, 580 horsepower, a 4-wheel steering, right? And fast charging will get you 100 miles in 10 minutes.
Did you say it was 5 ton?
No, sorry, 580 horsepower.
No, wait.
10,000 pounds of maximum towing.
Oh, towing. I was gonna say 5-ton weight. Holy cramoly! It's like an Abrams tank.
Actually, Catherine, it might actually be that much
more.
I was reading I don't know if I saw this on a news or an article last week. There's a huge concern in the United States now about electric vehicles. And the problem is because those batteries are so heavy, like your normal sedan that weighed, 3,500 pounds now weighs 5,000 pounds.
That's right.
And so when there's accidents because of all that extra weight, there's more damage. And for pedestrians, it's a big problem because there's more weight coming at you. So, when you said that truck weighs 5 tons, like I know my truck right now is probably 3.5, the Yukon.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't actually surprise me that thing weighs another 1,500 pounds, that, it could be, at least 3 tons.
You use a third of the batteries just to power the darn thing.
Well, yeah.
And roadways are rated for weights, right?
Well, that's
I don't know where that line is, but I was trying my hand in truck dispatching because I wanted to stay in the city. And there were certain roads that you couldn't send those big trucks with the steel rolls if you're trying to get them across town.
Oh, yeah, across the city because they don't want them going through the corn stuff. But
certain roads weren't rated for the weight.
That's actually the other concern is with all these electric vehicles being heavier, there is more wear and tear on the pavement and the bridges and stuff. And you know how right now there's no, like in Ontario, these people don't pay any road tax. They're going to have to start throwing a tax on these people because they do wear and tear to the road, and in fact, even more than a gas-powered vehicle. So there's some issues with them. I mean, I'm happy that there's better technology and all that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong on all that stuff.
Did you see that?
No, because I came in right at the end of it. I came in right at the very end of the video.
It's barn doors at the back instead of a drop. So that
that's a great idea.
And then if you wanted, you can drop the back row seats and drop the back of the bed and bring it in. Well, the only thing that scares me about that is a barrier from the load taking you out as a driver and dissecting you, right?
That's like the old Chevy Avalanche pickups. They had that thing where the wall could go open and you could load right through. That was what made the Avalanche different than the Silverado.
Was that the window though?
No, I think it was actually the back wall. I think it and the barn doors. That's something that was on my Safari vans.
Yes,
they had the single piece of glass lift up and then the 2 doors open like this, and that was great for if you want to just take a long load, but you didn't want the whole back open. You could just stick it out the one side.
So just to answer what Michael was saying, so the Hummer is 9,000 pounds.
Well, there you go. That's 4.5 tons.
Heavy truck.
That's
a heavy truck, right?
Yep.
So the next one is the Lightning, and that's 6,600 pounds. And it goes down from there. But I'll tell you, those are some heavy vehicles when you consider that the average vehicle is only 3,000 to 4,000 pounds. Just not.
Yeah.
Like I said, my Yukon's probably about 6,000, and that's the long version. So that'd be like equivalent length to a full a pickup with a short bed on it, right?
Yeah.
Even our ambulances were only on 450s, so 2.5 tons, right?
Yeah.
So
and I'm sure this Dodge Ram will be up there in the 9,000 pound range too. I wouldn't be surprised because it's a full size vehicle and all those batteries to make it work, right?
Yeah. But it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was
nice. The last little shot that I saw right at the end, it looked really nice.
Yeah,
I didn't know what the vehicle was, but it looked nice from what I saw.
So this is for German Bionic. When you hear Bionic, you think Steve Austin, the
$6 million man.
We can rebuild him. Anyway, so that's what you think of, right?
And then Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic Woman.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Don't mess with her.
I like that show.
Don't. So here we go. All right, short and sweet. German Bionic. So basically, soon, yes, your boss is going to tell you that you can lift even heavier. Just put this thing on, right? And so this is what I was telling Catherine this morning, that soon, your 89-year-old grandpa is going to have one of these things on and is going to be carrying things out, heavy boxes, walking around, because now weight doesn't matter, because these exoskeleton things that they have are going to enable you to do way more, which is pretty cool.
How does it even work, Ivan? Like the weight's still on your joints and everything, right?
I didn't see anything go down to the floor to protect, like to keep your structure from being, anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but it is intriguing, because that these exoskeletons, these guys aren't the first to do it, right? They're not the first. There are other companies that have done this stuff, and what it's enabling you to do is to lift up to 66 pounds. So it's not hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Not for this model. Up 66 pounds, and it's for lifting or unloading. So twisting your back, holding in place, or walking.
Is it supposed to just like support your existing body, so your own spine isn't being compressed? Like, how does it work?
It sounds like it's electrified, so there's power in it to give you the ability to lift and hold and all that stuff. So yeah, so
interesting.
1.5 tons lift. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure that this one here is 66 pounds. And then there's probably another one that's going to give you 200 pounds. And soon you'll have, people walking around carrying, okay, John, grab the front of the car. I'll get the back. And then
Ivan's going to pick up that electric pickup truck.
That's right.
All 10,000 pounds, just lift her up and curl it.
Oh, I'm bionic, man. Anyway, so it's kind of cool, don't you think? Especially if you got stuff in the basement, you go, you know what? I need to take this upstairs. I need to hire somebody. No. Just put on the bionic pack, go downstairs, grab it, and carry it up the stairs. That's it.
I can call my son-in-law. He's very strong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I want to learn how to. I need to do learn telekinesis. I want to learn how to levitate things. Then you just sort of levitate it up.
That's
quietly.
right. Not a lot of that levitating stuff happening these days. I haven't seen that yet. But you know what? Until that happens, the bionic pack, which is cheap, it's $9,995 per unit, or $249 a month to lease it.
I think Ivan's going to be buying a couple dozen at that price.
You know what? I think we should just include it with every membership that people buy for this great city. You get a bionic pack. By the way, what I just said is not true. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, actually, we have proof that it's true. It got recorded.
Yes. Yeah. Just don't cut it at that. Anyway, so here's the next one. Everyone's probably already seen a little bit of this, so I'll show you this because I love this. Think about all the trouble this is going to cause.
This is the BMW iVision D concept, a midsize sedan introduced at the 2023 Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. D is an acronym for Digital Emotional Experience, but it also serves as the human-like name for the supposedly self-aware talking car. BMW will redesign its whole lineup over the next 3 years, and the iVision D is a glimpse of what the future will look like. The automaker says it will be simplifying the visual language of its current lineup. Also showcased was BMW's new e-ink technology. Color e-ink, an evolution of e-paper, was applied to the iVision D. Up to 32 colors can be displayed on 240 e-ink segments, each segment individually controlled. With e-ink, you wouldn't have to worry about the color you wanted not being available when you purchase your vehicle. Or you could change the car's color depending on who's driving. With its new architecture, BMW aims to bring humans and machines closer together, starting in 2025. D and the full-width heads-up display will come with it, part of the future of the BMW Group being electric, circular, and digital. Circular, by the way, basically means sustainable. It also sounds like e-ink is going to get a small part somewhere, but that wasn't mentioned. We'll be paying very close attention between now and then.
Yeah, so you get the general idea. So you have a car that is very sustainable, it's very electric, and it's very difficult for police to find it. Because we're looking for a white BMW, and then it becomes a red BMW, right?
Yeah.
Wonder what that's going to cost when you get in a fender bender and you have to replace all these color changing panels.
Oh man, you don't even want to scratch the car.
No.
But you know what? I think unless it's horrific, you're not going to have fender benders anymore. You shouldn't, because I have a stinky little, the smallest SUV, Hyundai Kona. It would not. I was backing out of a spot and somebody whipped in off the street, and I know I did not depress the brake yet. It stopped my car. I have intuitive cruise control, and I don't completely understand it yet. But once I set my cruise control, excuse me, I'm not sure who determines the distance between me and the car in front of me, but I've had 110 cruise control go down to 98 and then pick back up again as the traffic did. So I don't know, like, unless I turn some of this stuff off, I can't. Maybe a side collision, like, God forbid I got a T-bone, but front and back should never happen in this car.
But Catherine, when you take that box out of the trunk, you take that big heavy box out of the trunk and you put it on the back of your car, and then when you're moving it from the back of the car, you scrape it along and you go,
Okay.
and all of a sudden now the back panels don't light up. Like now it's always.
You think somebody's doing that out of one of these?
Well, I mean, you just never know, right? You just never know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, Michael's right. Like, they'll be expensive. Like, I can't imagine what the cost would be. Maybe they'll be self-healing.
Maybe 32 colors. 32 colors it can go to. And it could do it looks like it can do a pretty sexy a light show while you're whipping down the road, right? So
Oh, that wouldn't be distracting, eh?
Not at all.
Look at that red, blue, purple car.
It's hard to match every outfit. Although wardrobe, well.
I got to say the interior looks very kind of blah, plain Jane. It does not look really interior. Like it almost. I hate to say it. It almost looks cheap.
Yeah.
And uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like you look at those armrests, right? Like the one seat armrest is covering the other one. I wouldn't want to be the one in the passenger seat that's kind of sort of trying to hang their arm half on the armrest and half off the armrest. Yeah, is there an ergonomic safety training that might be needed there, Catherine?
I don't know, but I like plain interiors.
Do you?
Like seat-wise, right? There's not looking at it. Right? My father-in-law sat in my back seat and goes, "What's this light for?" I don't know. I've never been in it.
Yeah.
Like, I've only had the car a month. I don't even have the car a month. Sorry, to be honest, a couple more days yet, but no idea what's in my back seat. I'm sure I was told, but
Did you ever read the manual?
If I need to, I don't really care though.
All right, so this one here is really exciting, and I want everybody to get really, really jazzed for this one, okay? Jazzed, I say.
Withings is a brand that has a lot of smart products. They've got smart scales, they've got devices that can even track your sleep. But the brand new device is the U-Scan, which is basically a home urine test. So what you do, you place this into your toilet. It does come with different cartridges depending on what you want to track, and you pee on it and it sends the results to the companion app. Now the results vary obviously for different people. So if you're looking, say you're a woman, you want to track your cycle, you may be looking to get pregnant, there's a cartridge that will still detect the information you need for that. On the other side, for everyone else, if you want to just track your general health and well-being, your level, your vitamin level, your level of hydration, it can also detect that as well. So instead of having to go down to the doctor's office and pee in a cup, you can now do it all at home.
I can see a Beyonce song, not put a ring on it, but just pee on it. Huh? Anyway.
Oh, man.
It was begging for that. Come on.
Yeah, it was.
So,
It was.
what are your
But that
thoughts?
is actually pretty good technology for, and I would think it would be for the seniors, and it would not be connected to their phone, but maybe back to the lab. It could be something that can be sent out.
Yes.
Because then you'd catch diabetes, right? For the amount of sugar going through, or minerals being high potassium. There's a whole bunch of different levels, and so yeah, and for tracking for women who want to get pregnant, that would be flippin' awesome for them.
And I think
Absolutely.
the seniors are going to be connected because, like Catherine, Ivan,
No,
myself,
no.
we're the new seniors. We're the new seniors. We're all going to be connected.
Shut up.
Yes. And so you can share it with a friend so that your friend can see what your urine test comes out to be.
You know what?
Like-
Can you
like-
imagine that? Friday night test parties. What were your results this week?
That's right. That's right.
Hey, they share the last generation shared meds all the time, right? So, hey, go pee in my toilet and they'll tell you if you got diabetes or not.
Yep.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, just imagine drug testing it at work. Now you
Yes.
just go in there, pee on it, and that's it.
Brings fun to a whole new level.
Well, and then you can track through security who went into the bathroom, right, at 9:17 and look at the results for 9:17, right? No privacy problems in the bathroom. I didn't watch you pee. I just know it was you.
And when Laura comes out of the bathroom, and I use Laura because there's no Laura here, and everyone starts laughing, and she's going to go, "What are you laughing about?" Well, you're pregnant, don't you?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
something I don't have to worry about. I wish.
An
No,
employer,
me either. That's why
an
I'm
employer
laughing.
I would
might
love
know
to
it before you know it, right?
There's-
And so they can let you go so they don't have to pay maternity leave.
And then it's going to be hooked up to say Amazon. And as soon as you find out that, you're going to start getting ads for diapers and baby
vitamins.
formula.
Oh,
like somebody's
I love
going to
you, man. I
monetize
think
this
you
thing.
are spot on. I like that a lot. So think about this though. Think about the technology that today we can. Soon there'll be a device that you wear that when you walk and you sweat a little bit, it's going to read the sweat and it's going to tell you certain things. You already have things that will tell you your heart rate, your oxygenation level, and all this stuff. So, the physical checkup is not necessary anymore because all you have to do is say, okay, you know what? Now that you bought this device, tell us who your doctor is, and then we will constantly be sending information to your doctor only if it reaches above acceptable parameters, right? And then your doctor gets a notice.
Our doctors are all online now.
Yep.
Like my doctor, you could tell when he first started, he goes, okay, stop. I got to write my notes in first, right? Because he doesn't even bring in any paper.
Right.
Everything is online. So it could be you get a notice from your doctor's office that they need your 6-month urine sample, sweat sample, whatever. And then you get a notification whether you got to go in or not and have any more invasive and more in depth or something like that. That would help out with our shortage in doctors, and lab techs and all that.
Totally.
And then you go into your bathroom, you pee, you send the thing to him. You start getting ads from the drug companies because you've been diagnosed with this and that.
Yes.
It's all going to be there's going to be no hiding anymore, Ivan. No
hiding anymore. But
now
I'm encouraged by the tech. I'm encouraged.
Right?
Yep.
We got HIPAA, so we should be okay.
So let's check this new thing out. Loomis. Anybody know Loomis? Anybody know?
They're a courier, aren't they?
Loomis reflective waveguides are the bridge
Projector, I think,
between augmented reality and the metaverse. Our technology is the critical last mile for smart glasses and head-mounted displays. Using the simplicity of partially reflective mirrors to direct light from the projector through the waveguide into the viewer's eye, Loomis reflective waveguides achieve the industry's highest quality image and have up to 10 times higher brightness and efficiency over competing waveguides, transmitting images to the eye in AR while remaining transparent. Loomis waveguides use a prism or mirror to couple in an image from a projector into the waveguide by total internal reflection. Two sequential arrays of transflective mirrors are used to expand the image across 2 dimensions and then couple the image out of the waveguide. With Loomis's new 2D expansion waveguides, new geometries and future configurations lend themselves to a natural-looking glasses form factor while needing less battery power than alternatives. Mass production processes were co-developed with supply chain partners using well-known machinery and materials to ensure that Loomis reflective waveguides are priced competitively for consumer products. With Loomis, there is no compromise on performance, aesthetic, or cost. The future is looking up.
All right, Loomis, what do you think?
Boy, we're going back to that Friday night party. You start projecting things on people's glasses and they don't know. It can get really scary.
Yeah. Eh? Yeah.
I like the technology, but I can see eye issues. And again, Ali's okay still, but give it well, I know you're already wearing glasses. I hear you. I've worn glasses since I was 6, but I'm noticing with the higher phone usage.
Yes.
Right now, I'm nighttime to look up. I am already in bifocal since I was 40. Looking up, I'm going, do I have the right glasses on?
Right. How do they make these for bifocals? Right.
Well, and so I don't know how that's gonna.
Like with the progressive lenses, same kind of thing, right? Because it's just fine lines.
If you get stuck at a certain distance, so you're always close, you're going to lose that ability to see far away.
Yeah.
With the aid of glasses.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So aside from the medical side, okay, here it is.
It's cool though.
You're walking down the street and you're thinking, I really want to get I want to go to a really highly rated pizza place. And so your glasses pick up on that and starts telling you where the pizza places are, right? Based on their rating. And you can see it right in front of you, right? I think that's kind of cool.
And then you step out in the street because you weren't watching. And
but it's telling you that there's a car coming.
Is it telling you there's a car?
I don't know.
I hope it does, because this is the beginning of distracted walking.
Yeah. Well, no, not continuation. They've got distracted.
Yeah, that's right. So it's actually better than your phone, because I've seen people walk into water fountains and stuff like that because
telephone poles, whatever. Yeah, cars.
Yeah, right. But if it's right in front of you and you're looking straight ahead, it's just augmented reality. You're seeing it in front of you, right? On top of everything else.
Yeah. I think it would be like learning how to drive, Michael. You have to learn to put those things, watch them, but not, right? You're watching straight ahead, but you've caught something. Do you have to look or not, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So if you took Christopher Columbus, remember old Chris there? If you threw him into a car and drove down the highway real fast, he'd probably die, right?
Yeah.
But if we're so used to it because we grew up, we got into dad's car and we're so used to it that now going 140, we're feeling okay, right? But I'll tell you, when I first started driving, if I went 140, I think I would have died. 140 back in the old days was fast, right?
Yeah.
So
and if Christopher had these when he was sailing across the ocean blue, then he would have found the edge of the world, so he wouldn't have to fall off.
You would have just asked Google. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right, here we go. This
last one.
Yep. This is the last one.
Okay.
Yes, it is the last one. Yes, absolutely. Okay, here it is.
Samsung's new Flex Hybrid display is a game changer in the world of technology. It uses an OLED display, offering users a high-quality, slidable display. One of the standout features of the Flex Hybrid display is its ability to switch to a larger display by sliding out the screen from the right-hand side. This allows for a more immersive viewing experience and makes it easier to use in different environments. Users can enjoy movies and videos on the 10.5-inch display in aspect ratio of 4:3 or on the 12.4-inch larger screen in 16:10 screen ratio. The 17-inch large screen slidable display, which Samsung Display CEO J.S. Choi previewed at Intel Innovation 2022 in September, will make its first public appearance at CES. Flex Slidable Solo, which can expand the screen in one direction, and Flex Slidable Duet, which can expand the display in both directions, are two concepts for slidable displays. The display is small and portable at 13 to 14 inches, but it can be expanded to 17.3 inches for multitasking, gaming, or watching movies.
All right, you get the idea. All right, so
I want one for Christmas.
all right, everybody, we all chip in and get Catherine one for Christmas.
That's the melding of two technologies there, really, because the one technology is the folding screen, which they have on their phones now. And the other thing is that's sort of a little bit of the beginning of the roll-up TV, right? Because that other thing's on a roll. And Ivan, I don't know if you remember the Lightboard people. So Adrian, with the writing, at the show,
yeah. That's right, yeah. That's
right. That's something that Adrian was working on 20 years ago, was the fold-up TV. He was trying to make these thin films with the screens to create the roll-up TV, where they wanted to be able to have the whole TV roll up. And so this is like the beginning of some of that technology. It takes a long time for tech to work through and become, marketable and durable enough, right?
Could you imagine carrying your 96-inch television under your arm because you were able to get it down to like 20 inches, carry it under your arm to your next house?
Well, think about, Catherine. It rolls up into a 6-inch roll.
Yeah,
and you carry it like a poster under your arm, right? Rolled up,
like an engineer.
Yeah.
Or architect.
But because it's a hard fold and not a roll, I worry about that hard roll point, hard fold point after 1,000 folds.
Their phones have been out for over a year.
Yeah. Jane, who's in our group from TELUS, she has one. So at the last Chulis Joe's there, I says, I'm kind of interested, like that, like, is it flat? So she opened it up and she goes, there's a bump there. I says, do you see any signs of like it breaking or anything? She's like, no, like,
yeah.
So isn't that amazing?
So it's got to be pretty soft and flexible to even, to do the fold, because that's a 90, right? Like that's got to do, but even that coiling up whatever little bit it is, and it may, that extension may just be the equivalent of one time around inside or something like that, right? That's why it gives you that, just that small amount. It's not going around multiple times and having contact that way. But it's
Jane's had her phone for quite a while, and I mean she goes to sporting events. Like she was just in Montreal at the games and at the hockey game, and like it's not like she's got it in a purse being proper.
Oh no, she's using it. She's like a heavy duty user, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, folks. First, thanks for coming, but I just want to close with this thought. We're watching an incredible shift in technology. Like we are sitting in it. We're in the middle of this technological explosion in every direction. I would say that 2010 till 2023 we've seen a big bang of technology explosion in every direction. We're seeing new things form within your lifetime: flying vehicles, electric vehicles, hydrogen vehicles. And I actually got this for Michael. I have 2 videos talking about how hydrogen power, they're looking at it not just for vehicles, which is the natural next step, especially for long haul vehicles. But they're looking at it for home energy, where you can actually have them. They have these beautiful hydrogen fuel cell things that you put on the top of your roof, and it'll drive power to your building. So there's so much going on that in 10 years, Catherine, mark it on the calendar, Tech Talk 2033 is going to be insane. We're going to look back on this and go, wow.
Well,
that's the only time I wish I was closer to Alexandra's age, just to see what's going to happen, right? To see all that stuff that's coming, because this is just whoosh going by.
It's going
so Ivan, expanding on your hydrogen stuff there, last week I saw two announcements from the aviation industry, and one was another program that's going to be working on a hydrogen powered jet engine. And then in England, in a place, I think it's called Cotswold, it's a little small airport, regional airport, they actually had an ATR 42 aircraft, which is a propeller driven aircraft, sort of like a regional commuter type airplane, which did its first flight on hydrogen fuel.
Amazing.
So it's not even 2030, like this stuff is like happening now.
Yeah.
Like,
and hydrogen is a sexy little thing, because it's the most plenteous element in the
it's everywhere. If you have a glass of water, you have hydrogen.
Right. Yeah.
And it reproduces itself, renewable.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's just a natural evolution. So maybe next time, not next week, because next week we have Chris. Michael actually introduced me to him. And he has a really great technology that helps you to do really great presentations, especially if you're doing video presentations, Zoom presentations. It just helps.
I can't wait for that.
Much better, where you are on display. So
do we have back-end training or no?
Yeah, there's back-end training at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Okay. I just want to double check.
Absolutely. Lots going on. All right, folks, listen, thank you so much. Great discussion, and go check out YouTube. Check out the rest of the amazing tech at CES.